Hi, I'm Julie, an art quilter in Brisbane. I started sewing at a very young age, and my first quilt I made at I think about age 10, and then this one I made when I was about 12 years old. Now the traditional forms of patchwork like this require a high level of accuracy, which is not my strength, which is why I've gravitated towards doing art quilts. And I first did a lot of collage work where I used tiny pieces to create an image. I've also done a lot of wet felting, and then more recently have been exploring thread sketching on canvas. The quilt Hornbill at Babalala, that is on exhibition right now at the Gattaca's Art Space in Maryborough, was done using this technique. My friend had taken a photo of a hornbill in Southern Africa and shared it following her holiday. And as soon as I saw the photo, I just knew I had to make a quilt of it. So with her permission, I sketched the bird onto canvas with a washable pen, and I then did the thread sketching, which is essentially using black thread on the sewing machine as a pencil. So going over those lines to create the image of the bird. This was one of my practice pieces for that hornbill. And then I added pigment to that using the Inktense pencils. These are easily available from many artist supply shops. They're beautiful to use because they have very vibrant color and very intense color. It's a dye in the pencil, and when you add water or another moisture like a textile medium, it becomes permanent on fabric and on paper. I also added some acrylic white paint to most of the bird's body. Following that, I used a process called trapunto, which is where you use a very thick layer of batting. So I laid that under the bird, then did a stitch all the way outlining the bird as closely as I could, and then cut away the excess of that thick batting. That essentially created an extra puff behind the bird. I then did a normal layer of batting and backing and then quilted it. If you're interested in learning some of these art quilt techniques, you can join Queensland Quilters. You can find us online. And we thank Gattaca's Art Space for hosting our exhibition up there in Maryborough.